All right, the next one that we're going to tackle is going to be the actual display reviews part. So you can see what you've started to upload. Just to kind of highlight this, I'm going to put in a couple more dummy reviews right here. Okay, I'm just refreshing. So yeah, here we go. Normally we would want to restrict this so that a person can't review multiple times, but we need to generate data pretty quickly here for testing. So anyway, just think about that for the future. We're going to go into our display review section right here. This is already filled out a good portion anyway. What we need to do is it's going to be very similar to our gallery, where we're going to have this while loop basically, and we're going to be drawing information, and we're going to be putting it into these cards. So let's see. Just make sure that your password for your database, your username, stuff like that is all the, like where it needs to be. It's all like how it needs to be in this. Normally, you would not want to send passwords to GitHub. I know we've done this. Like we basically did the database helper a while ago, and you guys have pushed it and everything. Just as another thing to keep in mind with security, this is something that would be discovered in static analysis. It's something that's really, really important not to push passwords in GitHub, because you can go back through the history and you can see, even if you try and remove it later, you basically need to start a fresh history, or you need to remove those parts from the tree, and it becomes very, very problematic. Anyway, that aside, so assuming that the connection is good, what we're going to first do is we're going to get the item ID using another one of those gets. Yeah, I'll just do item because I'm lazy. $_ get. And that's going to be the ID field. Oops. All right, cool. We're going to start off by making a SQL statement where we're going to be getting all of the reviews. Select star from reviews where item ID, again, all one word, is in single quotes, $, item. Semicolon to finish that out. Let me just go here and just make sure that that's correct. Yeah, item ID is all one word. Yep. All right, cool. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to get the result of running a query. So we're going to do result equals my SQLi underscore query. And that's going to be con and SQL. So you might be wondering why we don't just import the database handler. I did that before and it gave me some issues, and this ended up just being simpler. So anyway, that's why you have this little piece right here that's very different from the other pages that you guys are used to at this juncture. So anyway, what we're going to do is we're going to say if my SQLi underscore num underscore rows is greater than 0. This is going to be for our result. My SQLi. Yeah, that should be correct. Yep, got semicolons and everything. All right, cool. Everything's good. All right. As long as the number of results being returned is greater than 0, we're going to go through this while loop. So while $ row equals my SQLi underscore fetch underscore assoc. So while there is still a row to be had, basically, oops, result in there. Ooh, and there's an I where there shouldn't be, assoc. What we're gonna do is we're gonna grab the username. We're gonna put that in our row, and that's gonna be uname, right? This is from the reviews table, remember, so it has to be the same here. We're going to get the title, we'll get the review text, and then we'll get their rating as well. Probably. All right. Yeah, so that's their username. We're going to get the profile picture of this person as well. So it'll be like a neat little thumbnail. So the profile pic, which is, I'm just calling ProPic. Is going to be this select statement right here. So it's going to be select. Oops, too many S's in select. Select. We're going to get the pick path from profile where it doesn't have to be uppercase, but I really prefer it that way for reading it easier, where the username is equal to, in single quotes, $uname. And I'm going to put a semicolon before the last, and basically we're going to sandwich this last closing double quote in the, between two semicolons right there. So we're going to get another res, this right here. This res is going to be the result of calling my SQLi underscore query on, we're going to do a con connection to $ProPic. All right, and then the pick path is going to be the associative array, which is really just going to be everything going on in there. We're going to grab the entire row because it's just going to be nice and easy. Actually, we'll make our pick path right here equal to, let's see if we can do my SQLi underscore fetch underscore assoc. We're going to get the res, and we're going to see if we can get the pick path from that. Let's see if that works. If not, we'll just make it special in the echo statement that we've got going on right here down below. What is going to happen is, before we get too much further down, outside of this if, I'm going to have an else. Oh, nope, that's not what I wanted. In this else, we're going to echo I'm going to go in this HTML page right here. I don't need this HTML bit right here, so I'm going to just delete it. And you can make a new HTML page. I'm just doing this because I think it'll be easier for you guys to see. H5, I'm going to do an H5 tag. And the style for this guy is going to just be text. Align is going to be center. And you get all these neat little autocompletes. And that's going to be no reviews yet be the first. I don't need an enter. All right, cool. And I'll just be able to copy and paste this. Just gonna wait here a couple seconds so you guys can see that. So just pause it as you need to. And I'm gonna just paste that in between this echo statement right there. I'm going to define a div in here as well. And this is what's going to go in our echo statement for our if. So we're going to have an echo statement. Echo, single quotes, semicolon. And we're going to have div. The class for this is going to be card mx, so the margin on the x-axis is going to be auto, mx auto. Style is going to be width of 30%. So 30% of its parent, which should be a span, I want to say. Anyway, we're also going to give it some padding of 5 pixels. And margin on the bottom, some space between it and the next card, it and the next one of these reviews is going to be 10 pixels. So just remember when you're going through this, if you're going to make CSS changes and you're doing the style in line like I'm doing here, that this is where the style needs to be changed if you want to alter it. All right. And then in these divs right here, I'm going to have another one. And the class for this one is going to be media. Now this is a Bootstrap class. I'm going to just pull up that so you can see a little example here. And what this does is it gives you this neat little configuration where you can have a little heading, an icon, or a image that we're going to put in here. It's basically going to be this segment here. In fact, we can really copy and paste, yeah, like all of this actually. And we'll just make some modifications to it. So just head over to the Bootstrap media page and grab that. It should be the first media heading thing right here. So I'm going to just delete. Oops. I accidentally copied and pasted what I didn't want to. There we go. All right, we've got this media class going on right here. The source of this is not going to be ellipses, though. This is going to be our pick path. Don't worry about this right now. When it goes into our echo statement, this will go away. The style, I'm going to delete this alt right here. I don't need it. Style is going to be max width of 75 pixels. We're going to turn this into a nice square with a max height. 75 pixels. And I'm going to give it a border radius of 50%, which is going to make it basically a circle. Okay, so that's our style. for the image. And then in this media body, this H5 is going to be from our row, which is right here. Yeah, it's going to be from this row right here. And we're going to be grabbing the uname from that, which is the username of the person who reviewed it. Okay, so let me just go back here. A row in square brackets right there. It's going to be uname. And then instead of this random stuff right here, random like Latin stuff right there, we're going to have a couple of p tags. I'm going to have 2 p tags. All right. And inside here, we're going to have single quotes for each of these. We're going to have 2 periods. I'm just kind of doing this like assembly line style. And we're going to use this row right here. And I'm just copying and pasting that right there. But instead of the uname, the first thing I'm going to have is going to be the rev date. And then the next one's going to be the review text. Okay. Now I'm going to copy and paste this. And I'm going to paste it inside this echo statement right here. This just needs some dots. And single quotes outside of these, between the dots and the angle brackets. Just put single quotes right there. And that'll look good. Okay. I think that'll be fine. Yeah. All right. I have autosave on, so just make sure that that's the case. And there we go. Now that didn't work for getting the profile picture though. So that's fine. We're just going to modify that. We're going to take away that bit right there for the pick path. Just going to plop it right in there, and that should be fine. Select on. What did I name it in? Oh, I think I have profile instead of profiles. Yep. All right. It probably would have worked the other way then. All right. Well, I guess it doesn't matter. Okay, I found my error. It's because this isn't supposed to be pick path right here. This is supposed to be prof pick. My bad. Where? Select. Prof pick. Make that prof pick as well. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. All right, great stuff. Now all we need to do is we need to just give it an average. I never actually got the rating on here. I just have the person's username, when they reviewed, and what they actually said. I could include a little section in here of the rating. I could style it too. h4, h4, and I'm going to add h5. And that's going to be from our result. So that's going to be our row. So $row. And it needs to be in single quotes. Dot. Single quotes. And this is going to be square brackets. Rating. Something is wrong. Let me just see. Terminal. Undefined index rating. Oh, rating num. Ha, got it. Rating num. Anyway, be sure to check all of your column names right here. There we go. And I could style this a little bit more if I wanted to. I could make it a different color. Put that right there. Give it a style of style equals color red. Not too shabby. Anyway, so this is how you get all your ratings to display. I might increase the number of columns here. And that's going to be in my review.php page. And that will be down here. Columns, we'll make that 80. If I made it 90, would probably be fine, or 85. Anyway, so that looks pretty good. The last thing is to just give ourselves a rating number for that guy. All right, so I'll see you in the next video.